The 2013 film Hansel and Gretel was met with lukewarm critic and audience reviews. However, the film also made north of $221 million worldwide on a modest $50 million budget. The result was that Paramount was interested in a sequel and tasked the director of the first film, Tommy Wirkola, to develop and write a follow-up. According to reports, the project now seems to have some momentum as commercial director Bruno Aveillan has been brought on to direct the sequel. Little is known about the new film, except in a previous interview, Wirkola said the new story would involve Voodoo. John, buy or sell Paramount moving forward with the Hansel and Gretel 2?
Oddly enough, I'm going to buy this. I am, because was the first film a cinematic masterpiece? No, the first film was not a cinematic masterpiece, but it had some fun to it. It did. If I came out and say, would I recommend this movie or not? I would say no. But it was like the first Underworld to me, that while I wasn't completely thrilled with the first Underworld, they did enough there that made me intrigued and interested for what they could do next. Could they improve upon it, consider on with their take on this mythology and all this kind of stuff? I thought it had elements of fun to it. Now, what was the name? Was it Edward? Was that the name of the ogre? I think, they could have done...
Eddie the Ogre?
Yeah, Edward the Ogre. I think they really could have done without that character. Be that as it may, I thought some of the action was fun. How do you pronounce Gemma?
Gemma Arterton.
Arterton. I'll watch her in anything. I'll watch her in absolutely anything. So, yeah, the fact that they seem to be moving forward on it, and listen, you mentioned it in the story. 220 plus million, it more than quadruples the production budget. That opens the door for you to do something new, and here's hoping they have good ideas for it. So for now, I'm tentatively going to buy it. What about you, Adrian?
I didn't see the first one. But full disclosure, one of my friends wrote this one, so I'm buying it for that reason. For that reason alone. And when we were in Germany filming Hitman, they had the set for for the first one still standing. So
Really?
I assume at some point they're going to use it and do the sequel. It's not my kind of movie, but more power to them.
Mark.
I buy it because I love the promise of what the original one could have been. The fact that Hansel and Gretel grew up to become witch hunters, it's hilarious and it's awesome at the same time to me. The key to this movie is going to be getting Jeremy Renner back and your girl Gemma back. Because if they didn't show up for a sequel to a movie they starred in, it looks real bad and it's not anything that I want to be a part of. That sounds like direct to VOD material to me, where now you're just trying to capitalize on something that made money originally. But the voodoo angle, I'm not like, oh, sweet, finally, we're going to talk about voodoo. But it's something different. It's a new way to take it. So there's enough promise here for me to buy this. If it's awful, and I didn't like the first movie that much, I just liked what it could have been, let's realize that hope in this one.